Good evening, this is Rob Wilson and here is my market analysis for Euro Dollar for tomorrow, Tuesday the 17th of April 2012. And going into this session, I am a seller at any weakness I perceive between 131.80 and 132, and a buyer of any strength I perceive at 130.90 to 131. If you want to know why that is, then pin your ears back and we'll get into it. Starting off with today's price action, you can see that that daily shadow rising support really did its job. Although London tried to break down below 130, it just didn't make it. And when we got some decent numbers out of the US at 8:30, boom, up we came. Up we came right through the 23% retracement of the whole down move. We shot above my swing level of 131, and we're now sitting at the 38% fib. So that's a hell of a reversal. But what does it mean moving forward? That's the question. Well, homing in, I think this puts us right back in the range. I think beyond that it's very difficult to say. Looking below price, we've now got a nice little support area between 130.90 and 131, and in fact 130.90 is right where the daily pivot is sitting, and that may well get tagged overnight. I don't know, but the market normally makes a move for it if it can't struggle, meaningful upwards. We've also got this rising support line that really triggered the big up move today, and I've just made a note of that down below price. That may have an impact. As you can see, we're sitting right on the 38% fib of the whole move. There's a little bit of work to do for price, for the market to crunch up through the 131.50s. But if she does and she gets below this sort of descending resistance, then for me the next big resistance zone is up here. Anywhere between 131.80 and then the most recent swing high at 132 is where I'm looking really for weakness. Like I say, a lot could happen overnight, but this is really, these are the zones I'm looking at. Taking a look at the numbers then, the big market movers really seem to be either around 5 o'clock Eastern or down at 8:30. So meaningful German numbers at 5 o'clock there. That'll need to be watched. Carefully you're trading around then. And then at 8:30 Eastern, just when North America opens, again we got some fairly meaningful numbers there. So two times to watch out for. Switching to the trading chart, then you can see that we've got this minor resistance here at 131.50, which needs to be breaking through, and then this descending resistance line just above it. If price manages to carve through here, then as I said earlier, I'm looking at anywhere between 130.85 and 132 as my sort of resistance zone. And then below price, first look really for me is 131 to 130.90, where we've got this we have the daily pivot point, and then you can see just below that rising support based on this lovely launch pad that the market made earlier today. So what does it all mean? I think really the only conclusion that can be drawn after today's price action really is that we're back in a range. I think beyond that it's very difficult to say at this stage. In terms of market structure, we've got this near resistance at 131.60, and then beyond that anything between 131.80 and 132, and there's some fairly meaningful resistance up there. Support below price 130.90 to 131. I note the 1 hour falling resistance, which I marked on the chart, and also this 15-minute rising support. Okay, so all levels to watch. With regard to news, we've got big numbers at 5 o'clock and 8:30, so be on your guard at those times. With regard to plan, then again, no bias really. I'm going to be looking for reaction at those key levels. I'm going to be watching 131.80 to 132 above price, and 130.90 to 131 below it. I hope that helps. Good luck in your trading. As usual, I'll be posting an update just prior to London Open on the TFL site. Cheers guys, see you later.